Modern women are now rewriting the narrative, blaming everything and everyone but themselves. From "he didn't make me happy" to "I needed to find myself." The excuses for divorce are piling up. But are these justifications valid, or a cover for regret? Let's get into it.
If your husband is a good guy, but you're ready for divorce, you're not a bad person. Don't let guilt get the best of you. You're not doing him any favors by staying. If anything, you're actually going to start building up resentment. Your relationship doesn't have to be toxic to validate your feelings of wanting to leave.
With all honesty, I've never seen worse advice than this.
Think of it this way. If he's a good guy, he deserves to be happy.
You're goddamn right.
That means he deserves to be with somebody who values him and wants him just the way he is. If that's not you, you gotta let him go. He may not see it like this right now, but you're doing both of you a favor.
It's better to be alone than with someone who won't appreciate you. But if you're not sure, why would you marry the guy and waste his time only to ask for a divorce? It's awful.
No one else is going to tell you this, so I'm going to be the one to do it.
Let's get straight to it.
You are allowed to leave your perfect husband, the kind of guy that all your friends and family love. They say you're so lucky to have found him. He checks all the boxes and he really cares about you.
Huh?
You're allowed to end that relationship.
I beg your pardon?
These women who think like this will never find happiness, and they will always regret this. My ex left me because I got hurt at work, and she said she couldn't live with a broken man.
Why did your marriage end?
I've just grown. I'm a different person now.
Are you sure about that?
And I'm in a different season. And God has somebody else waiting out there for me.
I don't think so.
This is horrible. When you think you're better than your partner and decide to leave them, it makes no sense. It's just selfish.
Yeah, just life has seasons. Life is seasonal. You can't hold on to things
What do you mean by that?
forever. And we grow as people. I've grown and my desires now are very different. So it's about just being in a different space.
Huh?
And allowing God to just let things end when they have to end and not fight. All the things I thought I was making the right decisions about. I thought this was the guy. I thought this was the job. I thought this was the friend. You know? And when he says let go of a relationship, let go of a person, I had to obey.
Leaving the first chance you get instead of trying to work things out is disrespecting your marriage and partner.
So that I could just unpack and reprogram myself from scratch. So that I could be in alignment and be where I'm supposed to be, which is where I am right now.
Meanwhile.
And how long have you been divorced?
3 years.
And why did it end?
Because I was doing too much work.
I never understand why some people think divorcing their partner would be a solution to other problems. It never made sense to me.
So you were being distant?
No, I just feel like they just weren't keeping up at the same pace that I was at.
So you drifted apart from him?
Yeah.
Oh, God. What did you say to him to end it?
Well, first I gave him like 365 days to change.
Huh?
And then when the 365 days was up, I ended it.
Did you tell him that beforehand?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you give him specific things that you had to change, or did you?
Yes. Yes, I did.
What were those things?
To go see a therapist.
Why, was he too soft?
He was very emotional, but also like very scared. Yeah, for life situations.
If you deeply think about it, she did him a favor.
Scared to take action on things?
Yes.
Like what, career-wise kind of thing?
Yeah, or it could be like, everyday stuff. Like, he didn't want to go to doctor's appointments. He was scared to go to hospitals. Yeah. He was scared to go to bars.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sharing secrets about her ex-husband's insecurities is really immature.
5 ways to have a happy marriage. Number 1, find a woman who is really funny and makes you laugh. Number 2, find a woman who can clean the house immaculately. Number 3, find a woman who can cook really well. Number 4, find a woman who is amazing in bed. And number 5, and listen, this is the most important, make sure those women never meet.
Michael, absolutely not.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know what makes me crazy? I'm so excited to have my husband home on the weekends, but then after breakfast, he goes outside, mows, and does lawn work for like hours.
You serious?
If he didn't do housework, she would have called him lazy. But when he's doing them now, she has an issue with it as well.
And so I'm just still inside doing what I'm always doing, alone, watching these kids. It's like I get that he has to maintain the lawn, and I'm glad he does it, but it still irks me.
What?
Like, come inside. Come hang out with us. Change a diaper. You guys get this?
This is the outcome of marrying the wrong person, so that's why we remain alone. To not risk ending up in a miserable marriage where our efforts aren't appreciated.
I knew when I really started to focus on my happiness. I feel like women, we tend to focus on everybody else's happiness, making sure that everybody else is okay. But at the end of the day, it's about self-love. And when you start to really work on yourself, love yourself, know your value, know your worth, and then all of a sudden there's this awakening.
I prefer really not to speak.
And it's not easy.
Some people would find any little reason to justify their divorce. And what hurts is when the husband is a good guy that did his best and never did wrong before.
It's a hard journey, but at the end of the day, I feel like it is so, so worth it.
Now you.
I think it's why a lot of people didn't understand why I got divorced, because my ex-husband is genuinely a good person.
Right.
And they were like, why did you leave? And I was like, because I continually asked for things that never got changed, had really open communication with him about what was making me unhappy.
I don't like where this is going.
And it never changed. And I was done perpetuating the cycle. I just didn't want to keep putting myself in that position to be let down every single time. And it's okay to set that boundary. It's okay to walk away.
Right.
And like, we have a much better friendship than we ever did a relationship.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we are very similar.
Huh?
The reason I'm going to divorce my husband. Most definitely in the doghouse. Before you even come at me, we have roles. He does this, I do that. He does this, I do that. This is bad. This is bad. I don't do this. He knows it makes me angry too. He's like, I forgot to take out the trash. It's fine.
Imagine when their kids grow up and ask why she divorced their father, and she tells them it's about him forgetting to take out the trash. It's absurd and makes no sense, and it just proves that people aren't taking marriage seriously like they used to back in the days.
Women are like, I gotta focus on me and be happy. What is it that you want to do now that you could not have done when you were married? The only thing is other men.
I knew that my marriage was over when I knew I wanted and needed intimacy and connection. All the things I always wanted from my ex-husband.
She could have asked him directly, but she expected him to read her mind.
But I didn't want those things from him anymore.
She belongs to the streets.
That's when I knew. That's when I knew that
it was really over. Has anyone ever felt that way?
No.
Like, you still want the things that make you content and feel yummy in a relationship, but you just don't want it from that person anymore. And that really is when you realize that, because then it's just over.
I hope the man sees this, because this is basically her admitting she wants to cheat.
I want to speak to the women out there. You tell me if you think this is fair. I'm 40 years old. I married this woman when I was 33. After only knowing her 7 months, and no, I ain't get no prenup or none of that, but she didn't have nothing. Me, I had a $1.5 million house in Hoover, Alabama. Me, I had the Mercedes in the driveway. I went to law school. I was the one up studying all them late nights. Didn't even know who this woman was back then, right? Now, you mean to tell me it took me 40 years to make all this, and this person who I've only known for 7 years, won't have of everything it took me 40 years to make?
It's unfair that someone would want to claim everything you worked hard for. So please take the safety measures before getting married.
Now, I want to ask all the women, do you think that's fair? Think of me as if I was your daddy, or if I was your brother, and you saw me studying all them nights. That was me at Emory all them nights, studying. I didn't even know this woman. Now she wants half of what it took me 40 years to make.
Hey, stop telling your friends that are getting divorced that they need to take some time and date themselves after the divorce. No, listen, a lot of times when we're getting divorced because we've essentially been on our own for a while, okay? So we don't need that. We need to figure out what we do like, because we know what we don't like, and that is our ex-husbands.
What the f*** was that?
No one talks about divorcing a good guy. I've been divorced twice, both of which were my decision, and neither one of them were abusing me or cheating on me.
This is the second time we hear this lady, and this time is crazier. Because divorcing someone who is normal and doing his best is truly immature, especially if there is no reason.
That doesn't mean there wasn't a pile of other reasons as to why we couldn't maintain a healthy relationship. You deserve to be happy. And I'm proud of you for taking responsibility for your happiness and doing something about it.
I beg your pardon?
So stop beating yourself up.
The reason why nobody's talking about divorcing the good guy is because they know how it makes them look, and they oftentimes live to regret it. And the bottom line is that it is extremely disappointing for men to hear stories like this, because it tells them that they could be an amazing man, but this is how they could still end up.
Indeed, it is the worst part, seeing that despite doing your best, it can end up like this. So we decide to not play.
The woman that they love and that they said vows to and that she said vows back to him could just decide she's not happy and she leaves him. Ladies, what so many men would love for you to understand is that they don't do that to you. Men do not leave good women simply because they aren't happy.
Men try to think of divorce as a last resort and never jump to that conclusion.
Because most men understand that if they are not happy and yet they have a good woman, it is a him problem. A lot of women, unfortunately, do not think the same way when it comes to their own happiness, because they put it on the man to make them happy. These are women that will be in the cycle of finding a new man and being happy for a short amount of time, but then eventually, over time, they become unhappy because they're unhappy with themselves. So for you men listening, my biggest piece of advice is to make sure that you're with a woman that is naturally happy with herself.
Marriage is definitely a business these days, and vows don't mean anything anymore. And it's a sad reality.
Just woke up one day and I didn't just wake up one day. I knew I was getting ready to leave. I had already planned the exit strategy.
Oh. Wow. Wow. Okay, hold up. How long before you took the exit was your exit strategy in place?
Oh man, it was already a few months. I already knew.
Oh really?
I'd already start shifting
bank accounts.
Y'all go listen. I don't want to get attacked on the internet.
You
but
going
yes,
to?
I had already started shifting everything that I needed to shift.
What was the dynamic in the house between you two? Was he still waking up in the morning? Hey babe, have a good day. Kiss on the cheek, whatever, or was it?
I still did that. I still did my
come on,
part.
Man.
Damn!
Come on, bruh.
What's bad about this situation is the husband working hard and thinking everything is fine. But she's doing this behind his back and pretending everything is okay.
Come on,
Listen,
what?
the day he had to leave, I cooked
kinda-
breakfast in bed.
Oh, you toxic. Hold up. We need to talk about the toxicity here. Hold up. What? Where was the communication that women want? Where was all...
Listen, I was still doing, as a wife, I was still doing what I was supposed to do as a wife.
It's pretty difficult to put into words how disgusted I am, how depressed I am.
And so, yeah, the dynamics in the house.
His last meal.
His last meal, the day he had to go.
Don't be sad things ended with someone like this. Be happy to no longer be with someone who lies to your face.
At the age of 54 and 2 divorces later, let me give you the marriage advice I wish that I had listened to. Love is not enough. Marry for character, not just chemistry. You're not just marrying them, you're marrying their habits, their debt, and their family drama. Marriage will never fix loneliness. The wrong person will make it worse. You can't marry potential. You're not a life coach.
What?
You're a spouse.
You can't also expect a husband to grant all wishes. He's a human, not a miracle worker.
I'm 69 and I left my husband 7 years ago.
Huh?
I was fed up with being part of the furniture. I wanted to have a proper life again. Everyone got the shock of their lives when I left. My friends couldn't believe it. Most of all, my ex couldn't believe it. He never thought I'd leave.
You'd expect people to be wiser at that age, but life is sometimes disappointing.
I mean, I didn't wish him any harm. I didn't have an unhappy marriage. I just wanted a bit more excitement in my life. And I was gonna get it before I was 70, and I've only got 6 months to go. People stay in a relationship far too long when it's no good. And I can tell you something, when you are absolutely feeling like this is the end of the line, be brave, take a leap, and just go, and you will never look back. Don't stay if you're not happy.
I wonder what she's planning to do after that divorce, because the grass is definitely not green on the other side.
Because everyone deserves to be happy.
This is probably reason number 500,000 of why I'm going to be single for the rest of my life.
What do you mean by that?
Fine with that. I don't want to do anything for you. I don't want to cook for you. I don't want to clean for you. I don't want to be your secretary and set your appointments and chase you around and make you go because of your health. I don't want to pick up your socks for you.
She says how she doesn't like to do anything for him at home. But I wonder what would happen if one day he decided to not go to work and just sleep all day.
I don't want to be one of those people who comes on TikToks and makes funny videos about how you can't do anything for yourself and men do the darndest things and everybody's in the comments like, yeah, my husband does that too. My boyfriend does that too. That. I want to be with somebody who is an adult, a fully functioning adult. It's been proven time and time again that men are the ones who benefit from marriage and relationship because we get in them and we do everything and they just get to sit back and receive everything from us. And then as a treat, they might do something for our birthday.
She says that she wants to be with an adult, but from that story, she seems like the one who doesn't want to take accountability.
Or for Mother's Day. Men get to exist in relationships and just receive. Why can't we exist together? And if we do nice things for each other, it's just organic. It just happens. But it's not the expectation. It's not something I have to do because I'm the woman. When I come home after a long day, I don't want to cook either. I don't want to do shit either. Why can't we flip a coin to see who cooks, or if we order food? And then whoever cooks, the other person cleans. Why can't you pick up after yourself?
The problem is when married people never talk directly, and she expects him to understand her without even saying anything.
Why can't you set your own appointments? Why do I have to be your secretary? I'm not working for you. I'm not working for you. I have gotten so lazy. I'm not doing anything. And then there are men who will say, well, then what are you good for? What's the reason why someone should be with you? You're proving my point. You just want to be with somebody to do everything for you. I want to be with a fully functioning adult male who we can come together and exist together, do fun stuff together. We take turns, we pull our own weight. And that seems to be unreasonable. Asking someone to be an adult is unreasonable?
I can see that the problem here isn't the guy. It's her laziness, and she admitted that. And when people are just doing nothing, it's easy for them to judge the ones around them. Well, guys, that was all for today. We'll be back soon.